you a new build tour that we did for Radiance with DR Horton. Now DR Horton is the builder and Radiance is the community. It's on the very outskirts, the east side of Mesa, and it actually is an Apache Junction address. Now if you know anything about Arizona, before you go, oh, Apache Junction, hang tight, just hang in there with me. Just remember, go back like 15 years, 10 years. If you told someone you lived in Queen Creek, they kind of looked at you like, oh, that's so cute, because Queen Creek for the longest time was the redheaded stepchild. I know that people looked at me when I said I lived in Queen Creek and they were thinking, oh, do you live in a trailer? And that's okay. Listen, there are, if someone lives in a trailer, no big deal, but I know that people did not think Queen Creek had options. They thought it was just, country and dirt and mobile homes, and that really wasn't the case. And as a matter of fact, Queen Creek is no longer the redheaded stepchild. It's actually one of the most expensive places to live in the East Valley if you're in Arizona. I'm telling you, the push is going east as they are building out and all of these fintech jobs are coming in. It's going eastbound. For our clients, being able to show them a community that has incredible incentives, amenities, and the potential to really build wealth through real estate because they are one of the earlier people into the new build, it has been phenomenal. What am I talking about? Well, here's the deal. When you buy in the earlier phases of a new build community, you have the most potential to make the most equity because that builder has a lot of incentive that they want the price to continue to go up. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but if you've been looking at new builds, it's the base price is one thing this month, and if you go back and visit a couple months later, that base price is higher. They continuously push that base price just a little bit higher, and so several years later, that base price on the exact same house is thousands and thousands of dollars more. As a matter of fact, our last purchase that we did before the home we're in now was a new build. We were only there a handful of years, but the amount of equity change by the time we sold it 3 years later, just from what the builder had pushed the price up to, was unreal. So this can be a super great opportunity, especially since, like our client here, he was so adorable. He's, in his 20s, as a veteran, and we were able to get him into a brand new home, so he didn't have to worry about the roof, he doesn't have to worry about the AC, he has that 1 year soup to nuts warranty taken care of from the builder with a 5.5% interest rate. I know people are like all over the news, they're going, oh my gosh, don't buy the interest rates. Don't listen to the masses. This is where you really want to talk to an experienced tenured realtor, because we'll let you know where the deals are, and there are a lot of deals right now. As a matter of fact, when the interest rates do publicly get put out there, drop that everybody's waiting for, it is going to be like no holds barred. What happens is when it's all over the news that the rates drop, everybody and their mother comes out and they go, oh, it's a good time to buy. And guess what? That pushes the prices in the home up. It also makes it more of a seller's market. So now all of a sudden the sellers are telling you to pound sand if you need a roof repair, or pound sand if you need some of your closing costs paid for. Well, that's not what's happening right now. Resale that's been sitting there for a minute and new builds have some really incredible opportunities on many of the homes out there. So this young man, he was able to get in with a 5.5% interest rate fixed for the next 30 years, just flat fixed. They're looking for $1,000 deposit, and we got that negotiated to $500. So yay, minimal amount. And then he really needed, he's a young single man, was looking for a fridge, washer, dryer. So guess what? We negotiated a fridge, washer, dryer for him. And then the icing on the cake is that when we went to close, because he had gotten so much in closing costs and incentives, he actually got his $500 check back. Yeah, that's amazing. That's what we want to see for our clients. So this was at Radiance with DR Horton. Now, One of the nice things with D.R. Horton is their collection of homes. They only build spec homes. So what's the difference again between a new build and a spec? You know, you're not picking out the floor plan and all the stuff that goes into it. As a matter of fact, a spec home, they have picked out all the basic components for you. They're usually ready within a couple months, so they're what we call a turnkey home. It's usually a matter of 30-60 day close. As a matter of fact, the shorter the closing time frame is, the more deals we can usually get or negotiate on your behalf with the builder, because as soon as that home's done, they want it gone. They want it off their books. And depending on the time of year when their fiscal year ends, sometimes there's even more incentives because they really want that off their books before their final reporting for the year. With this particular builder and Radiance, what they're doing is they go in and for most of their homes, it's a tile floor throughout the entire main living area. It is usually a quartz or a granite in the kitchen. They're open floor plans. They take care of the front yard. Now, of course, you're going to need to put in your own backyard, but again, I have a landscaping background. I can tell you all the ins and outs of how to get the best of what you're looking for in the backyard on the least expense. So many good things. And the reason I say this is because a lot of builders, when you go, you know, they're going to charge you $10,000 to $20,000 to upgrade your flooring in the main living areas from a carpet to a tile or vinyl plank. They're going to charge you to upgrade your counters. They're going to, you know, charge you for just about every little thing. This is a really great opportunity. And then D.R. Horton, because they own, they're their own lender, they can offer a lot more in incentives that can really help, especially a first-time buyer, with what they're needing on interest rate. Because remember, interest rate is a direct reflection on that monthly payment. And we know that for a lot of people, the monthly payment is a really big deal. Now, on top of that, they're offering a ton of home automation. Yay, how awesome is that? I mean, let's take the extra incentives. So, for example, you get the video doorbell, the garage door control system, lighting, door lock, thermostat. This is great. These are things that cost money if you want to add them yourself after the fact. Now, I mentioned Apache Junction and that you border Mesa, but I really want you to understand this is a great location for ease of use to get to things. And what I mean by that is not only are you on the border of Mesa, and I've talked about it before, Mesa is massive. There's so much to do there, but you're close to freeway access. You're a stone's throw from Queen Creek. And if you haven't watched one of my other videos, Queen Creek has a lot, and everything's new and fresh in Queen Creek. All the businesses that are just popping up left and right. But you're also, you know, you're maybe 40 minutes into the airport. It's not an issue. If you want to be downtown Gilbert or downtown Phoenix, you know, that's probably 30-40 minutes to be able to get to things like the symphony orchestra, the opera, the ballet, the art museum. But then you're also nearby to hundreds of parks and preserves. The Phoenix City Park System has 182 parks containing over 41,000 acres, making it the largest municipal park system in the nation. As a matter of fact, you have over the Superstition Springs Mountain for so much good trail activity if you want to hike or bike or take horses. South of you have Santan Mountain. You know, as you go closer into Phoenix, Tempe area, you've got Camelback Mountain. There's so much to do. And the location of it makes it prime for getting in early as you continue to see more build out of businesses and opportunities and action going in there as Apache Junction becomes the next place to be. Now, Radiance itself in their own neighborhood will have a beautiful clubhouse, a huge community pool. They will have children's tot lots and walking paths. It's really just a stunning community that's set, as you'll see in the video, right underneath the Superstition Springs Mountain. Definitely worth a look. We are seeing homes in there from the low 400s on up, and the beauty is you don't have to wait 10, 12, 14 months until the home is ready or there's some snag in construction, and in the meantime you don't know where you're going to land on the interest rates. When you buy a spec home in a community like this, you're getting the incentives, you have a locked-in interest rate, you know where you stand, and you can make plans and move right away if timing is more of a priority. Remember, at Rover we have a saying, and that is that friends don't let friends go look at new builds without the Rover Realtor. And here's why. Remember, the very first time you go to check out the home, you must have your realtor with you to sign you in. Otherwise, they will not let you have a realtor representative, and hey, at the end of the day, they will not give you a break for not having somebody. You want us there, you want us for resale information, help with lot selection, to walk through with you on the various inspections. Even though the home's pretty much done, you still have inspection walkthroughs, you still have the right to have a third-party inspector. Always a good idea, but there's some very specific rules and timing that you must know about all of those options, or the builder will not allow you to do that. Be sure to call, text, message, email, days, nights, and weekends. We're here for you. We're excited to help. We've sold in most of these communities, so we have a very good working relationship with these builders and these sales reps. Take advantage of that. Reach out to me today.